Hello friends, welcome to Ethereal Tute. Today's video is about reading. In today's reading video, we are going to learn one more type of question. And today's type of question is, which section contains the following information? In these type of questions, we have been given type of statements and we have to locate those statements in the paragraphs. So, in order to solve these type of questions, the prime rule that we have to follow is skimming and scanning. In the skimming part, we have to locate the keywords in the paragraph. In order to that, we have taken an example over here. So the example is a reference to books that assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. So now we will locate some of the keywords. So here, books and a lack of mathematical knowledge we have extracted from here, and the rest we will find in the paragraph. In order to find it in the paragraph, we have to follow the scanning rule. And in that, where we locate those keywords in the paragraph or the similar words in the paragraph, we have to understand that. In order to that, we firstly have to understand our question, what they are asking. So, a reference means provide with citations of sources of information. If anyone is unable to understand what the citation means, so the citation means extract or quotation. And the next word is assume. Assume means to suppose something. Okay, so the books means the part of something that contains the written text, and a lack of mathematical knowledge means something or someone that have a less or no knowledge about maths or mathematics. So today we are going to learn these type of questions, and we have taken those questions from Cambridge 11 academic book from test number 3, and the questions are from 27 to 34. I hope you will enjoy our lecture now.
Now we are going to start with passage, that is preface to How the Other Half Thinks, Adventures in Mathematical Reasoning. So in this passage we have 7 sections starting from A till G, and related to these sections we have some questions starting from 27 to 34. And what we have to do in these questions is, which section contains the following information, and your answer will be from section A to G. Okay, let's get started with 27th question, that is a reference to books that assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. So first of all, we have to follow the rule of skimming and scanning. So for that, let's find out the keywords from this question. Okay, here we got reference, books, assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. So for these keywords, firstly we have to skim the passage. Let's move on to the passage starting from section A. Okay, let's read it out. Occasionally in some difficult musical compositions there are beautiful but easy parts so simple a beginner could play them. So it is with mathematics as well. There are some discoveries in advanced mathematics that do not depend on specialized knowledge, not even on algebra, geometry or trigonometry. Instead they may involve most of the sum of two ordinals. Anyone can extract this. Show the beauty of Okay, so till yet we have not got any of the keyword. So let's turn the page and start reading from section D. Other scientists have written a book, okay, to explain their fields to non-scientists, but have necessarily had to omit the mathematics, although it provides the foundation of their theories. Okay, we are getting some idea from section D that other scientists have written books to explain their fields to non-scientists, but have necessarily had to omit the mathematics, although it provides the foundation of their theories. Okay, so in the question there is written that a reference to books that assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. Reference to books. Reference means books which are mentioned or referred. So here in the section D, scientists have written books means they have already mentioned or they have referred to the books to explain their fields to non-scientists, means to the students or to the people who have different fields but have necessarily had to omit the mathematics, means they have to cut the mathematics from these types of books or from these books to explain it to the non-scientists. And to omit the mathematics, this is the synonym of lack of mathematical knowledge. So we have got our answer in section D. Starting from the first line, other scientists have written books to explain their fields to non-scientists, means other scientists have referred their books or have mentioned their books to explain their fields to non-scientists or to the people of other fields, but have necessarily had to omit the mathematics, means they had to cut the mathematics or there was a lack of mathematical knowledge in that books. So our answer is D. Now our next question is the way in which this is not a typical book about mathematics. Firstly, let's look for the keywords in this question. Way, not a typical book, mathematics. So we will look for these keywords in the passage. Way, the way, not a typical book, mathematics. Let's move on to the sections. Section A, let's get started. Occasionally in some difficult musical compositions there are beautiful but easy parts so simple a beginner could play them. So it is with mathematics as well. There are some discoveries in advanced mathematics not dependent specialized knowledge. Most little such as the sum of two odd numbers similar, which is this one. One of my purposes in writing this book is to give readers who haven't had the opportunity to see and enjoy real mathematics the chance to appreciate the mathematical way of thinking. I want to reveal not some of the fascinating discoveries, more importantly the reasoning behind them. In that respect, this book differs from most books on mathematics for the general public. Okay, we have got some clue over here in the section B. Let's read it out. One of my purposes in writing this book is to give readers who haven't had the opportunity to see and enjoy real mathematics the chance to appreciate the mathematical way of thinking. I want to reveal not only some of the fascinating discoveries. I here stands for the writer. He wants to reveal not only some of the fascinating discoveries, means not only some of the charming discoveries, but more importantly the reasoning behind them, means he also want to describe the reasoning behind the fascinating discoveries. In that respect, this book means, in that respect means the way in which this, in which this refers to this book. What else we are getting? Differs from most books on mathematics written for the general public. Differs from most books. Differs from most books means that not a typical book about mathematics. Typical book about mathematics means that the book which is totally related to mathematics, which has theorems, formulas, etc. means it is totally regarding mathematics. So this book is not a typical book about mathematics, means this book differs from the typical book about mathematics. And in that respect, here stands for the way. This book means in which this here refers to this book, and differs from most books on mathematics means that it is not a typical book about mathematics. So we are getting our answer in section B. Our 29th question is personal examples of being helped by mathematics. So first of all, we will look for the keywords. Here the keywords will be personal examples, helped, mathematics. Personal examples, I guess some person will share his or her experience regarding the help being given by mathematics in his or her field. So let's check for the personal examples. Let's move on to the section A. Let's turn the page, as we haven't got any of the keyword here. Okay, first example we are getting over here in the first part of G section. A physician wrote, means a physician is sharing his experience. The discipline of analytical thought processes in mathematics prepared me extremely well for medical school. In medicine, one is faced with a problem which must be thoroughly analyzed before a solution can be found. The process is similar to doing mathematics. So, he has been helped by mathematics, or we can say through the analytical thought processes in mathematics, which helped him to prepare extremely well or very well for the medical school. So, first example or first personal example we got in the first part of section G. Okay, the next example or the next personal example we are getting over here in the next part of section G, which states a lawyer made the same point. Means lawyer is giving us the same point, or lawyer is sharing his experience. Although I had no background in law, not even one political science course, I did well at one of the best law schools. I attribute much of my success there to having learned through the study of mathematics, and in particular theorems, how to analyze complicated principles. Means a lawyer also gave the credit to mathematics, that he did well at one of the best law schools, as he was neither having any background in law and nor having any political science course. So we have got the two personal examples. One is regarding the physician and another is being given by lawyer. So our answer will be G. Our 30th question is examples of people who each had abilities that seemed incompatible. So first of all, let's look for the keywords. Examples, abilities, incompatible. Incompatible means when two of the things or people who do not have capable of coexistence or who do not are capable of coexistence, means the people or the things are different in nature, that they can't exist harmoniously together. So this is incompatible. And abilities means power of a person, means the capabilities of any person. So let's find out these keywords: examples, abilities, incompatible. Means we have to find out the examples of people who each had abilities that seemed incompatible, means their abilities or their capabilities were not compatible. So let's find out. Let's start from section A. Okay, so here we are getting to illustrate our human potential. I cite a structural engineer who is an artist, an electrical engineer who is an opera singer who published mathematical research, and a mathematician who publishes short stories. So here we are being given an example to illustrate our human potential. I cite. Cite is when we refer to something or when we mention something as an example. So here it is given, I cite a structural engineer, means an example is given of a structural engineer who is an artist, means he is having an ability of artist. An electrical engineer, another example, who is an opera singer. An opera singer who published mathematical research, means another example of an opera singer who published mathematical research. Lastly, a mathematician who publishes short stories. Means we are given example of people who are incompatible in nature or who have totally different abilities from each other. Means one is structural engineer who is an artist, another one is an electrical engineer who is an opera singer, other person is opera singer who published mathematical research, and the last one is a mathematician who publishes short stories. So here we are getting the word incompatible in the sense that all are having the abilities but in a totally different way or in a totally different nature. And we are also getting the examples of different kind of people like structural engineer, opera singer, mathematician. So our answer is given in section C. Our 31st question is mention of different focuses of books about mathematics. So firstly, let's look for the keywords. Different focuses books about mathematics. Okay. Okay, so firstly we have to find out for the keywords different focuses books mathematics. Means where there is given or mentioned the focuses of books about mathematics or different areas of interest or activities of books about mathematics. So let's move on to the sections. Let's read section A first. Occasionally in some different musical compositions are beautiful. Okay. Here we are getting some present the lives of colorful mathematicians, others describe important applications, yet others go into mathematical procedures but assume that the reader is adept in using algebra. So what we are getting over here is some present the lives of colorful mathematicians. Means some books give us the lives of colorful mathematicians or present us the lives of colorful mathematicians, while other books describe important applications of mathematics, and while others go into mathematical procedures but assume that the reader is adept in using algebra. Means what was written in the question? Mention of different focuses of books about mathematics. Means what were the different areas of interest or activities of books regarding mathematics. So we have to find out that where there is given that different focuses of books about mathematics is mentioned or referred. So here in the section B we are getting that lives of colorful mathematicians, this is also regarding mathematics. Others describe important applications of mathematics, important applications of mathematics, this is again describing other area of mathematics, yet others go into mathematical procedures, while others go into mathematical procedures. Again it is regarding the mathematical procedures. Means it is giving us the focus of books regarding mathematics. So our answer is clearly mentioned in section B. The 32nd question is a contrast between reading this book and reading other kinds of publication. So first of all, let's look for the keywords. Contrast, this book, other kinds of publication. This book, I guess, refers to the book having mathematical knowledge or the book having concepts of mathematics. And other kinds of publication means like some other books different from mathematical books. So firstly, let's look for the keywords in the passage. Let's start from the beginning. Section A. There are some discoveries in mathematics that do not depend on. Let's turn the page. Okay, there is some hint given in section E. Still, the non-mathematical reader can go far in understanding mathematical reasoning. This book presents the details that illustrate the mathematical style of thinking, which involves sustained step-by-step analysis, experiments and insights. In the question, it is given this book. So we have found the word this book. This book means mathematical reasoning book. This book presents the details that illustrate the mathematical style of thinking, which involves sustained step-by-step analysis, experiments and insights. You will turn these pages much more slowly than when reading a novel or a newspaper. Other kinds of publication means a novel or a newspaper which is not a mathematical book. Neither novel is a mathematical book nor a newspaper is a mathematical book. So these refers to other kinds of publication. And in the question they have also asked a contrast between reading this book and reading other kinds of publication, means a difference. Contrast means difference or dissimilarity between reading any mathematical book or other kinds of publication, which we have got as newspaper or novel. So when you will turn the pages of mathematical reasoning book, then you will turn them much more slowly than when reading a novel or a newspaper, means here the contrast is given much more slowly. Difference is given in turning the pages of the books of mathematical reasoning book and when reading a novel or a newspaper. So our answer is in section E. In 33rd question, a claim that the whole of the book is accessible to everybody. First of all, let's find out the keywords again. Whole of the book, accessible to everybody, means there is a claim that whole of the book means every chapter, or whole of the book is accessible to everybody, means it is approachable to everybody. Any person can read it or understand it. So let's find out the keywords. Firstly, let's skim the section A. Occasionally in some difficult musical comedy are beautiful DC parts to the satisfying. Okay, here we are getting the hint. Each of the chapters, each of the 8 chapters in this book illustrates this phenomenon. Anyone can understand every step in the reasoning. Each of the 8 chapters in this book means the book is having total 8 chapters, and each of the 8 chapters means whole of the book. In the question it is written whole of the book. So we are getting the synonym of whole of the book in the form of each of the 8 chapters in this book illustrates this phenomenon. Anyone can understand. Anyone here refers to everybody. Everybody can understand. Understand means they can have access to this book. Every step in the reasoning means they can understand every step which is given in this book regarding reasoning. The thinking in each chapter uses at most only elementary arithmetic, means the thinking behind this book or the thinking in each chapter of this book uses at most only elementary arithmetic, or sometimes not even that. Thus, as a result, all readers will have the chance to participate in a mathematical experience, to appreciate the beauty of mathematics and to become familiar with its logical yet intuitive style of thinking. Means all readers or everybody can have a chance to participate in a mathematical experience, or they can get the mathematical knowledge, or they can get access regarding the reasoning book. And each of the 8 chapters is also describing the whole of the book. So it is clearly mentioned here in section A. So our answer is A. Our last question is a reference to different categories of intended readers of this book. So firstly, let's look for the keywords. Different categories, intended readers. Okay, so we have to find the reference to different categories or types of intended readers of this book. Intended readers means the readers who are having any kind of intention or any kind of plan regarding this book. So we have to find that. Let's move to section A. Appreciate the how to reveal not only some of the fascinating discoveries and the reasoning and application is going to spoken numbers and drawings can be suppress the dimension. Let's turn the page as we have not got any of the keyword. The first foundation of the data must apply language scripting. For mathematics, this book presents the demonstrative Okay, we are getting some clue in section F. Let's read it out. As I wrote, I kept in mind 2 types of readers. 2 types means different categories of intended readers. Means we are getting 2 types of readers or different categories of readers. Those who enjoyed mathematics until they were turned off by an unpleasant episode. Unpleasant means when anything discomfortable happens or any unhappiness thing. Episode here refers to any chapter in mathematics. Means one type of readers are those who enjoyed mathematics until they were turned off by an unpleasant episode. Means they stop reading the mathematics or they stop enjoying the mathematics when they got any unpleasant episode, means when they got any discomfort or when they got any unhappiness chapter, usually around 5th grade and mathematics aficionados who will find much that is new throughout the book. Aficionados means a person who is very enthusiastic and knowledgeable regarding any subject. So subject here is mathematics. So mathematics aficionados means the person who are skilled or having knowledge or are enthusiastic in mathematics, and who will find much that is new throughout the book, means they will find much of the things that are new in whole of the book. This book also serves readers who simply want to sharpen their analytical skills, means this book also serves the readers, or this book is also for the readers who simply want to sharpen their analytical skills, means who just want to improve their analytical skills. Analytical skills means logical reasoning skills. So we are getting different types of readers over here. One is those who enjoyed mathematics until they were turned off or stopped by any unhappiness chapter in mathematics, usually around 5th grade, and the other one, mathematics aficionados, who find much that is new throughout the book. And this book also serves readers who just want to sharpen their analytical skills or who just want to improve their logical reasoning skills. So we have got our answer clearly from section F. So its answer is F. Now we are done with these questions, and I hope you must have got clarity. If you have any question, you can ask us. If you like our video, give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. Do share it with your friends. Have a nice time. Thank you.